much you've been through and continue to smile is incredibly inspiring. So you may not even realize this, but a lot of people who once knew you or know you now and know your story, and I meant to convey, it's like they only know an inkling of it. They only know like a sliver out of a whole cake, right? Like they don't know the half of it, okay? You inspire people. So you need to keep going today. You need to keep moving forward. There's someone in the past who tried to discredit you or your work, and a lot of people stood up for you. You may not realize this. There could have been a lot of people who had something negative to say, dissing you on the lows there, but it's like anyone who has something negative to say about you, it's because they're not happy in their own life. If someone is truly happy in their life, when you don't like a person, you would not have anything negative to chime in about. You would keep on moving. You wouldn't pay it no mind. You would be indifferent, right? Maybe you're going to listen to what someone else has to say, but you're going to make your own judgments up. So you have a higher calling. It's time to answer the phone. A lot of you need to realize that whatever you've been doing, you've been playing it small in fear of judgment of others, but you don't see this, that you are actually inspiring a lot of low-key people behind the scenes. So, yeah. People that may have not ever told you this. There could be a group of 3 people that are admiring you, or 3 people that you had to walk away from. Maybe it was a group effort to try to discredit you or something you did in your life. And that failed because it's in reverse. And think about it, if it takes more than one person to team up against one person, do you not see how incredibly strong you are already? If it takes 3 people to try and gossip or misjudge one person, do you not see how much of an impact you have? Tower in reverse. That's what you need to realize, okay? If you ever feel as though you were a victim of a group effort of bullying, whether that's to your face or behind your back, that's how strong you are. That many people had to group up together to team up against you. Because all those people know better. You're getting your 10 of cups. Boom. See, also too, if you're new to the channel, I always say this, whenever someone tries to throw drama, negativity, or hardships your way, as much as you may not understand why they're putting you through it, understand why God's allowing you to go through it, because you're about to get a blessing at the end of that. So thank them for misunderstanding you and trying to make your path difficult when you're nothing but a good person. Thank them for that. And also too, for the lessons upon the way, because sometimes people get stuck in a place of complacency. So that could be you. You weren't trying as hard as you could really try based on fear of others. And then when people try to work together to destroy your reputation, it makes you realize, well, why didn't you go full throttle in the first place? So if you're new to the channel, I'm ᴛᴟ111 here on YouTube. God bless you for stopping by. And let me continue on with this message. Just want to say thanks so much to all the new subscribers, returning subs. God bless you. I send every single one of you positive prayers when I do my daily affirmations. So, yeah, let me hop in, okay? So, the magician here, you being the master manifestor in your own life, this is it. What you need to realize is you inspire people, pretend not to see you. Because there could be people that are indifferent, you know, when people have something negative to say about you or anyone else, but they still listen, right? And it's like, what is it? 1 in 100 people will stand up in a crowd and help someone. And you could be that person, and people know that. Could have taken 100 people to try and tear you down, and you still stand strong. And you're the person that opens up other people's eyes as well. When you really have a dream, it doesn't matter who tries to make your path impossible. What's meant for you, God will bless you with. And sometimes you'll get help or support in unknown places, and that is strictly God trying to show you. Like, oh, you feel like people around you don't support you? Let me send in total strangers who will uplift you, who will have your back. So you're a legend. You're reaching some type of legendary status. If you've been in a set career for a very long time, maybe you're making a comeback, a return. Okay, a lot of you need to know this is the year for the return. Or the year for the rebranding. Some of you may be thinking about changing your brand name, your business name, something like this, or your look, or the way that you carry yourself. Now's a good time to do so. So the Knight of Swords. Running towards your dreams and away from anything that no longer serves you. Running away from toxic people who try to make you feel like you're doing too much. Queen of Wands in reverse. So that is you. Initially, you could have been someone who was incredibly positive, forthcoming, and very much so just like excited for the future. And there was someone who that. Nine of Cups in reverse. Someone extremely toxic who thought that they were going to tell you who you can and can't be. Justice in reverse. Caused an injustice in your life. Could have been an Aquarius trying to hold you back. Or you could be an Aquarius. Libra, Taurus energy as well. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Those are all the signs. Water, air, and earth energy. So yeah, Ace of Swords, it's time to tap into that intuition. It's time to realize too, you know, there's nothing wrong with taking a step back away from people, focusing on yourself, and really getting yourself to a place you can be proud of in your career or in your life. Sometimes people will walk away for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and pop back up looking good, doing good. And I feel like a lot of you, if you're working on a project as a musician, an artist, a creative type, anything like that, now's the time to step away so you can focus, okay? The Empress, Nine of Swords. Yeah, you had a lot of people trying to betray your ass, okay? Jealous ass people. Doesn't matter how much you don't like someone, a high vibrational being will never, ever try to tear them down. And you could have been surrounded by a lot of immature people too, okay? People who are like vengeful for something, thirsty for something, okay? Maybe if you're surrounded by people you're all in the same career as, people feel like it's, you have to step over one person to get to another spot, right? It doesn't have to be like that. What people don't realize is if they put all that effort they do into tearing other people down, especially when people work as a group to do so, into their own careers, they would have the success of the one person that they're trying to stop and hold back. So maybe people didn't like your forward momentum, right? Sometimes you can be someone who's been through so much in your life that when you find something you're really passionate about, you put your all into it. And other people look at it as, oh, you're doing too much. But you need to know you inspire people who pretend not to see you. Also, too, what people don't realize, right, is you could be someone who grew up with a single parent here with the Empress card, or you could be a single parent yourself. Maybe you have more to work towards. Like, you don't have someone to have your back when times get tough. You could have to have your own back all the time. And that's what people don't realize. Look at that. So someone tried to cut you down. Separation, stop the pattern, and silent treatment. So people could have given you a silent treatment as well to make it feel like if we give them the silent treatment long enough, they'll give up. That's narcissistic abuse, okay? If someone's trying to give you the silent treatment in a group and you never did anything to those people, that's control tactics. So pay attention to that. That's like controlling. And y'all, you got people who are inspired by you because maybe the fact is people could have put you through that and you still didn't give up on yourself. So cameras here, making memories, learning from the past. Spirit wants you to learn from the past mistakes. You know, no one's perfect. Maybe you feel as though you could have tried harder in areas of your life, or you could have stood up for yourself more, or you could have handled a situation differently. If that's the case, it's okay to realize that and to make the change to move forward now. You can't go back and regret. You can't change the past, but what you can do is make healthy choices for the future. So self-love, self-care, being happy, love and life. Yeah, I feel like you got some jealous person, okay, who wanted you to give up on a career path and start a new career path. But what people don't realize is you don't get to tell someone who they can and can't be. And, you know, if someone ever has tried to do that to you, whether you're close to the person or not, know that they're projecting their own insecurities onto you. PTSD's here. There you go. So someone wanted to cause extreme PTSD in your life. That could be what this whole silent treatment was. Someone tried to cut you out or make you have PTSD. Your family could have been involved. It says your family worked against you and this family member isolated you on purpose. Wow. So you're about to find out, for some of you, you had a family member who was jealous of how much you've been doing in your life. Maybe this person constantly put themselves in competition with you, or they didn't want you to be on a specific path. It's like you being the first in your family to be a business owner. You being the first in your family to make it on social media. You being the first in your family to be a DJ, a musician, a producer, an actor, actress, a comedian. And someone else feeling like they didn't want you to be the first. They wanted to be. But that's their own insecurities, their own projections, distractions against you. So stay focused. So definitely, you could be a producer of music or movie. Someone was trying to get you to give up on that dream. And I feel like they could have really pushed the limits as to what they did. They tried to They really tried to hold you back. But what you need to realize is, think about the literal Drake song, okay? I'm going to quote this on this one, okay? The What Did I Miss? New song you dropped. I don't give a fuck if you love me. I don't give a fuck if you like me. Last time I looked to my left, you was all standing beside me. So some of the people that are working against you now used to be standing beside you. Maybe you've leveled up on their asses. Something, okay? And now they're dissing you on the low, trying to discredit you or your work because you've moved past them. It's a tale as old as time. What people don't realize is all the energy they invest in trying to slow down another person's damn career, they could have put into themselves. Because God blesses those who move in positive integrity, right? People who do the Lord's work are those who try to inspire, uplift, give sound advice. If you're doing anything ever for anyone else, make it be that you're giving good advice. Don't make it be that you was a hater, okay? Because, like, legit, like, how do you think at what point that's going to make you elevate? You're going around telling everyone toxic shit about someone, or, you know, dissing their work, dissing them, discrediting them. How do you think that's going to make you elevate? It ain't. And also, too, that burns bridges when people see that you's out there trying to hate on someone for no reason and they're just minding their business. And a lot of you, that's who you are, okay? These are distractions. Maybe you're someone who literally was like grinding in your career and someone wanted to make you feel like you was on the wrong path. So if it is your family, I'm sending you lots of healing today, because know that sometimes, you know, people you love and care about the most don't want to see you win. And it's a shame. Because they paint you out to be someone and then they expect you to stay in that box. And we all outgrow a box, y'all. You outgrow clothing, right? Think about your one age to the next age, you grow, you change. Everyone's growing and changing every single day. Who you were last night isn't the same who you are today. Who you were last year isn't the same who you are today. So you ask God for a sign who isn't for you. So he's telling you he delivered. That's why it could have been incredibly painful to realize that some people you love and care about just ain't for you. You deserve to be loved is here, and wow, there you go. Look at that. Wow, look at all these messages, y'all. Collective. This is the message right here. Damn. It says, you deserve to be loved, okay? So whether this is people close to you, strangers or not, you deserve to be loved. You do not deserve to be held back by people who don't want to see you out here winning. And if you are a producer, music, or movie, know that you're probably going to get rejected an ample amount of times before you get that yes. But don't allow it to be the reason you give up today. Someone's in regret for treating you like that, because I feel like whoever this is not only lost their relationship with you, but you never gave up. So this person's whole plan to discredit you or your work or to make you give up on something, you never did. So they wasted their time and their effort, and for a lot of you, if it is someone you're close to, you no longer want anything to do with that person. And this is the shame too. People who are close to you, family, friends, love interests, they would be at the top celebrating with you when you win, right? Why they had to do this to you? Because God doesn't want you to bring the wrong people up to the top with you. Okay? You could have been the type of person who would have gave the shirt off your damn back to help someone else. And God's like, you're giving the shirt off your back to help people who are trying to dog you out. So dad is proud, okay? If you have a father figure you're very close with, this person's proud of you. Maybe they're in heaven, maybe they're here on this earth. Either way, your dad is proud. You need to know that. Cheering you on behind the scenes. There you go. If you have a dad who you talk to on the regular, okay? He's been cheering you on behind the scenes. Whether it's your actual father or an adopted father, you're going to know how it resonates. But for others of you, you've got multiple people cheering you on behind the scenes. Manager is here. So maybe in the past you had a manager who's trying to hold you back, okay? Who knows? You're going to know how it resonates. Or someone could want to be your manager. Maybe you don't have a manager. And someone's like, I'd love to be yours, okay? Beautiful. That could be what you're getting blessing for. For others of you, it could have been a manager trying to discredit you or your work at your job. This person's realizing now that they're in regret for treating you some type of way because you never gave up on yourself. And if anything, this person just looks like a negative person. They spent all that time trying to make people dislike you or discrediting you. And if anything, now you've reached legendary status. So there could be people you no longer associate with that know your story, right? It says how much you've been through and continue to smile is inspiring. And that was the beginning of the message. So, damn, some people could know. This is like a full circle moment. Some people could know you've been through hell and back. And you never gave up on yourself. And people are proud of your story, your turnaround. There's lots of people, and specifically whoever this is that tried to hold you back, that's in regret, okay? They know you deserve to be happy. I feel like whoever this is was projecting their negative part of their life onto someone else. And you just happened to be the person that they were doing it to. So what you need to know is whether or not you want this person as a friend or a companion or a co-worker back in your life. Just forgive them. It says, can we please start over? So someone wants your forgiveness, whether this is family or a co-worker or a friend. You're going to not resonate, but the family card came out and the manager card came out. So damn, for some of you, okay, you're going to find out your family and your manager could have worked together to hold you back. Wow. France is here. You could be from France, or maybe you're thinking of taking a trip to France, or someone from France could want your forgiveness. Networking with others will help you grow. And whoever this is been giving you a hard time now has stomach issues. So you're going to know who this is if anyone around you starts to say that their stomach's hurting and bugging them and shit. That's God's way of letting you know that's who's been working against you. So yeah, whoever this is won't grow up, acts immature. It says this person wreaked havoc in your life behind the scenes because they don't like the amount of attention you received. So wow, you're going to figure out, a lot of people know. Maybe this person literally went one by one to people you were close with, try to push them away from you. Think about how miserable someone has to be in their own life to take the time to do that. Because all that energy they could invest into themselves. Their own career, their own dreams, their own passions. So y'all need to know that you have an effect on people, okay? Someone wanted to cause you PTSD and it never happened. And if it did happen, just know that you're about to heal out of it. Maybe it's you that has stomach issues from PTSD. If you get an upset tummy or just off feeling around certain people, trust your gut, straight up. So I'm going to leave that there, but just know whoever this is that worked against you, okay? It says they treated you awful and unwilling to apologize. So it's time for you to stay away from people who don't want the best for you and to focus on your own dreams instead. They wrongfully turn others against you. So that could be what people are realizing as well now, that someone really just didn't like the amount of attention you received, and that's why they caused a lot of drama in your life. Just very unjustified behavior. No matter what someone does to another person, they don't have the right to try and control their narrative or their outcome, you know? So just realize that this person isn't worth even giving the time of day to or the thought to. And the less you feed into this person trying to destroy your reputation, the more that it will pass over very quickly, like fold over. No one will pay attention to it. So wow, the Wheel of Fortune. You have a blessing coming in, and it's because you survived a very difficult storm that Spirit wants you to know you only went through to teach you resilience, okay? This person tried to bring an ending about to you or your life. They wanted you to feel as though your dreams were something unmanageable, but it's in reverse. So it's time for you to realize that whatever this person did, okay, they never stopped you. You're still here today. And this is the shame people don't realize. PTSD, causing someone to, you know, trying to destroy someone's reputation, all that, can really lead to people with very extreme mental health issues. And if anyone's ever tried to put you through that, I just want you to know you are an amazing person who deserves to be loved, and you deserve every single dream and good thing coming your way. And you may want to check out the prayer I did against bullying, because there's too many people in the world that think it's okay to bully others into a place of dark depression, PTSD, anxiety, or even worse. And that makes me cry harder than anything else in this earth ever could. People need to choose to be loving, and if you don't like someone, then don't pay them no mind. To try and ruin someone's life over and over again. That's all I gotta say. I got no words, okay? And if you resonate with what I just said, that's how you know you're an empath or an earth angel. Because honestly, there's some types of evil in this world that I will never understand. Who raised someone to be that cruel to another person? Every single person on this earth deserves to be loved, no matter what.